Thank you very much. It's very nice to you. I'm going to put the mic on so everybody can hear me a little louder. Although we can get pretty loud. What's up, dude? Hello. How you doing? Thank you all for coming down here this evening. This is really a very cool facility, so it is my honor to at least break in tonight with a little reading of Deputy Dorkface. So, a couple things before I begin. First of all, I never go anywhere without my pet bird. How's that? Does that work okay? I never go anywhere without my pet bird, Buster. Buster the bird. Is it okay if I let Buster fly?
Yeah.
You sure? Alright, now let me warn you about Buster. Buster and I go to a lot of schools. Last year we visited 110 schools, 6 states. And we go to schools talking about the importance of reading. We go to schools talking about the weather, because my nighttime job is doing the weather on Channel 3 in Las Vegas. And back as Rhea mentioned in the 80s on Channel 14 here. Go to school speaking graduations, dare graduations, reading week, career day, Cub Scout meetings. And every time Buster and I go to a school, every school we visit, every time we talk about reading, every single time, Buster always seems to attack a girl.
Uh-oh.
Now, should I still let him fly?
Yeah.
Not too scary? All right. Well, in order to get Buster to fly, the first thing I have to do is wind up his intestines just like that. See that? Yeah. If your intestines were wound up like this, you'd flap your wings too. But there's a problem. If I wind them up too tightly, then the intestines explode and we get blood and guts all over the place. You always tell them to play too many video games because they say, cool, dude, awesome, gnarly, sweet, totally perpendicular. You sure you want to let him fly? Yeah. All right, is that tight enough or a little tighter? A little more? Tighter? More? Tighter? Even more? Really? Tighter? All right, hey, I'm not succumbing to peer pressure. I would duck if I were you. Watch out. Look out! Oh my gosh, are you okay? You're not bleeding, are you? Do we need to call 911? Your hat's all red. You're okay? Whatever you do tonight, do not smile. I don't want to see one smile. Nope, don't smile. I saw that lip going up. All right. That's just my life story here. So, several years ago, when my kids were a little younger, I came up with these bedtime stories they used to tell down, and I was fortunate enough to get them published. The first one was how Stinkville got cleaned up. We're up to 3 that have been published so far. We have how Manderland got its manners back, sort of the theme for tonight. We have how Sugaropolis got dessert back. I may show you a couple of illustrations of this. And we have the one I'm going to share, how Stinkville got cleaned up. This is the story about a town where nobody takes a bath.
Oh.
So there is some audience participation. I'm going to need your help. There are opportunities for you to say, P-U. Let's try that.
P-U.
Wow, you guys are good. So here's how this will work. I'll be the conductor, you'll be the orchestra. When we get to those parts of the book, I'll just go like this and we'll go P-U. Let's give it a shot.
P-U.
Well, I don't know, that's pretty good, but I think Spotsville Elementary this morning was better than you guys. So let's try it again. Let's give them a second chance. Here we go. Let's try it one more time. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, by the way, we have a test. I'm going to test your powers of observation. I'm going to show you how the illustrations evolved during the publishing and the editing process. And so you will see how the book changes. And I'm going to see if you can tell me what changed from some of the original illustrations to what actually appears in the book. And by the way, we're not leaving here until you do. This is the first page of the book. I'll show you the original first page, and there's something different. And I have to be honest with you, when I visit schools in Las Vegas for literacy nights, no parent is ever able to do this. The kids always clean their clock. So pay careful attention to the illustrations, and while you're doing that, I'm going to begin with a story. Here we go. Once upon a time, in the Mojave Desert, there was a ranch on a hilltop overlooking the enormous valley. The children, Taylor and Colin, were playing hide and seek inside the ranch house. Go outside and move your bones, ordered their mom. It's too nice to be indoors. Now, if their mom had asked them to clean the rooms, she would have been asked several times. But play outside, that took only once. So, off they went. Taylor said, "Let's go for a ride." "Yeah," agreed Colin. So Taylor jumped up on her horse, Sassy. Colin mounted Pegasus, his stallion, and off they galloped across the parched desert valley. As they rode away, the kids played a game of tag on their horses, something their parents thought wasn't very safe. You guys don't ever do anything your parents think isn't very safe, right? Good. Over a dry stream in the next canyon, the lively ponies cantered, laughing and giggling along the way. An hour had passed before the kids realized they had wandered farther from home than ever before. The kids came trotting over a low hill and spied a little town in the next valley. Rising from the dirt to the dust on the side of the trail was a very large and very strange sign. The ridiculous warning sign really made the kids laugh. They looked at each other and howled out loud, "Stinkville!" They laughed so hard tears came to their eyes, they almost fell off their horses. They just had to check this out, so they rode on. And by the way, you're looking at the official Stinkville Stinkometer, provided by the Stinkville Chamber of Commerce and their Quality Department. And when the wind is blowing, the arrow only points to sort of smelling. Some days it points to really reeking. Other days, gas mask required. But today it's pointing to high stink danger, stay out. As they trotted their ponies down Main Street, the place seemed like any other small desert town. But there was a big difference. Taylor and Colin changed to look at each other again, and together they shrieked, "All right, let's do that again." Very nice. Stinkville smelled awful. They had to hold their noses. But as horrible as the smell was, they bravely decided to ride on to the middle of town. What was it? Now, everything was really dirty. It hadn't rained in a while. There was more than that. There was no one on the streets, but the kids could see people peeking out of doors and windows. And they were really dirty and really stinky. What was going on here? They had to get to the bottom of the stink. Oh, and by the way, you know things are very smelly when the horses can't even keep their eyeballs straight in their head. One day, many years ago, the town's deputy was eating his lunch. He was having a peanut butter sandwich, but as he sipped some water to wash down his sticky sandwich, he noticed that his skin had turned bright red and puffy all over. "The water in Stinkville is bad," he cried. "I must protect my good citizens of Stinkville from this danger immediately." And so, as the little town's only official, he officially proclaimed a proclamation. It stated, officially, "For the protection of the fine citizens of Stinkville, whereas, therefore, hereby, from this day forthwith, Stinkvillians shall never again use water, not even to bathe." And because of the official proclamation from their own official deputy Dorkface, they never bathed in water from that day forward. Now, first the townspeople didn't mind. The children's people thought it was great. But after a while, things began to smell. As Colin and Taylor rode down Main Street, things were eerily quiet. Suddenly, bursting from a cloud of dust and dirt in front of City Hall, a very, very dirty man strode out and stood directly in the path of Taylor, Colin, and their horses. "Whoa there! What are you strangers doing in my town?" he yelled. Who are you, sir?" stammered Colin, nervously. The man didn't seem friendly at all, and the children were a little frightened. "I am Deputy Dorkface," shouted the man. The deputy had developed the habit of shouting because people wouldn't stand too close to him. Thought Taylor and Colin, "I run Stinkville." The deputy continued to shout, "I'm in charge here, and we don't get strangers in town anymore." Well, Taylor and Colin could definitely believe that. All the commotion encouraged the townspeople to come outside. A large, very dirty, and very smelly crowd had gathered. The sad-looking, smelly people nodded and murmured in agreement. Indeed, it had been a very long time since anyone had come to visit Stinkville. Now, even though the people were sad and a little embarrassed being so stinky, the kids knew they had to do something about the Stinkvillians. So with Deputy Dorkface still glaring at them, Taylor leaned over and whispered in Colin's ear. Then Colin whispered in Taylor's ear. But all Deputy Dorkface could hear was... He was becoming angrier and angrier by the second. The deputy announced, "You're trespassing in my town. I'm throwing you in jail." They had to act fast. After jumping off his horse, Colin quickly grabbed the rope and hurled it over Deputy Dorkface's head to Taylor, who got the end of the rope and pulled it tight. Before Deputy Dorkface knew what was happening, Taylor ran around one way, and Colin ran the other. The deputy was spinning around in the cloud of his own smelly dust. He was caught, and now he was very, very angry. And he didn't smell that great either. Together, using all their muscles, they were able to pull the very large man through the street over the town lake. A very sneaky crowd was following along too. All the while he was yelling, "I'll get you, kids. You know what you're messing with. I'll throw you in the slammer or swallow the keys and you'll never get out." He was still yelling at him as he pulled him into the lake. You could hear his shouts and popping bubbles as he slipped underwater. Taylor and Colin dropped the rope and just watched. It was quiet for what felt like a very long time, but it was really just a few seconds. After the sounds came a huge splash. Deputy Dorkface burst into the water. He was spluttering and coughing, still yelling at them as if he had never stopped. Now, in spite of the rope clinging to him, he started to run quickly toward the children. Suddenly, he just stopped. Dead in his tracks, he just stopped. It was so quiet, you could hear the water falling from Deputy Dorkface to the ground. He started sniffing the air. He started sniffing the skin on his arms, first on the left arm, then the right. And something else he noticed. He wasn't all red and blotchy. The water wasn't bad after all. He slowly raised his arms in the air triumphantly, and from the top of his lungs he yelled, "Hot diggity dog, I'm clean, I'm clean! Yowza, wowza, I'm clean!" "Baths for everyone," announced Deputy Dorkface. "Baths for everyone." The crowd of townspeople who had gathered around erupted with shouts of delight. Without hesitation, the entire town sprinted toward the lake. They ran, jumped, dove, cartwheeled, flipped, splashed, and belly flopped into the water. Even their dogs, cats, hamsters, and horses joined in so they could bathe too. The people of Stinkville were getting clean. The celebration continued with smiles, backslapping, and joyful, happy cheers all around. The poor, sad, smelly people of Stinkville sure seemed happy now. Even Deputy Dorkface, whose real first name is Daryl Dorkface. By the way, has anybody ever seen a horse in a cannonball before? How about a cow swimming in the lake? How about a cat floating on his back? How about a dog snorkeling? Really? And how much does soap cost? 10 cents. Now, there's a reason I pointed this out. I'll show you in just a second. The deputy winked. Let me see a wink. Let me see a wink. Very nice. The deputy winked to Taylor and Collins and went back upon Sassy and Pegasus to chase the sunset toward their home. I'm pretty scary. As the sun was sinking below the horizon in front of them, they peered over their shoulders and witnessed an enormous blow from the town due to all the smiles they left behind in Stinkville. And no more. Now, you might be interested to know that years later, Deputy Daryl Dorkface discovered that he was allergic to the peanuts and the peanut butter, and the water had been just fine all along. And that's the end of Deputy Dorkface, how Stinkville got cleaned up. Thank you.
Miss Rhea came through and read Manorland. And we created Manorland in the room next door. So I'm going to dismiss you